Good evening. The Datan plane, the Subasi, destroyed in Brazil's biggest air disaster, had 186 people on board. And firefighters are still trying to retrieve bodies from the building he crashed into before exploding. William Bonner is in São Paulo and is speaking live from there. Good evening, William.
Good evening, Fatima. Good evening, everyone. Arriving in São Paulo this morning, the Jornal Nacional team accompanying me. We see the disaster scene up close. That one back there, many people were and still are around the TAM building, and what draws attention in their behavior, it's silence, a respectful silence. In fact, there are two memories that will remain from this place, the smell of smoke and the silence. Silence. From up here on one of the dozens of buildings surrounding Congonhas Airport, one can see there's still fire. There is a fire in the building. And what's more painful, there are still victims' bodies inside. Down there, covering the search efforts, is reporter Rodrigo Bocardi. Rodrigo.
Bonner, what we see here is an excavator in operation and a line of trucks starting to be loaded to take away the debris from this tragedy. The fire department just reported that 70% of the TAM Express building has been searched. Official numbers from the state government. It's pointed out that 178 bodies were removed from there. 166 were on the plane. 3 at the gas station in the TAM building. Put in its
Cholage in Porto Alegre until the disaster here in Congonhas, TAM Flight 3054. It lasted 1 hour and 34 minutes. Reporter Tonico Ferreira tells the story of this tragic journey.
The plane crashed a few meters from the Congonhas runways where it was supposed to land. Soon after, the airport lobby was filled with relatives looking for information.
Just want to confirm, is it 99%? No, my aunt said he was really on the flight. I need confirmation.
Earth flight number 3054 left Porto Alegre at 5:16 p.m. with 186 people on board, including an infant in arms. Just before 7 in the evening, it arrived at Congonhas, but could not complete the landing. It collided with a fuel station and a TAM building. The marks of the wheels on the grass show that the jet veered left at the end of the runway. Before exploding, it made a low pass over one of São Paulo's busiest avenues. A company's security camera recorded the exact moment of the crash, 6:50 p.m. A neighbor of the airport recorded the arrival of the first firefighter and the effort to manage the panic of the survivors. There were drivers and staff at the fuel station.
My partner realized he was going to fall. Then he grabbed me and
The
pulled.
flames frightened passengers on other planes.
We were inside the airplane, ready, about the taxi to take off. And then the airport closed. When we looked, it was this bright flash.
Firefighters had great difficulty controlling the fire, the plane's fuel, and the flammable material stored in the building. The flames became more intense. Here operated the company's parcel service. Only with daylight was it possible to get a fuller picture from the destruction caused by the jet's impact with the buildings. Here in the area near the runway's beginning, a risk area of 10 blocks was isolated for the civil defense to assess the damages caused by the accident. It was a long night. The jet's fuselage almost vanished among the wreckage, but the firefighters didn't give up. Under intense fire, work in search of what already seemed unlikely, survivors among the passengers.